Lads, welcome back to Fusion YGO, and today we are bringing you a Tenyi deck profile here on the channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the video. Starting off, we are going to start off in the main deck, of course. We are running 3 of every Tenyi, so triple Tenyi Ashuna. So they all have the first effect of, if you control no effect monsters, you are able to special summon them directly from the hand. Ashuna, when it's in the graveyard or in the hand, and you control a normal monster and non-effect monster, you're able to banish it and summon from the hand or graveyard to summon another Tenyi from the deck. Next up is triple Vishuddha. Vishuddha is the one that you've probably seen if you're playing competitively. It is the one that will let you bounce things back to the hand by banishing it from the hand or graveyard, which is pretty strong. Next up is Adhara, Earth, the Earth one. It's a tuner, which is incredibly important, and the fact that it's a tuner lets it recycle Tenyis from the banished pile to your hand, which can be very helpful depending on the game state. Next up is triple Mapura. Mapura Red is the one that lets you banish it when a card or effect is targeting a non-effect monster. Negates the activation and destroys it, which is pretty crazy. Then if a non-effect monster that you control is destroyed by battle, with Shithuna, which is blue. So with blue, when one of your non-effect monsters is destroyed by battle, you're able to special summon them by banishing it. And then last is green, and green is the one that mitigates attack. It can drop it by 1,500, your opponent's monster by 1,500, which is pretty crazy. So that's it for the Tenyis. The Tenyis are incredibly important because it's a Tenyi deck, but they're just free summons, and it really helps you with link climbing. Next up is a package that I'm running right now, but you could easily substitute out for more hand traps or more going second options, because the deck is very good at going second. It is triple copies of Rescue Rabbit. The deck doesn't really have a normal summon, so this gives the deck a powerful normal summon, and instantly will instantly pull 2 cards from the deck, which is incredibly helpful. And that card would be triple copies of Mystery Shell Dragon. It is a level 4, it's a worm, so it synergizes with the rest of the deck, and because it summons 2 of them, or more depending on what's in your, in your hand, this just helps you go first a little better, in my opinion. It gives you a powerful normal summon that can bait out a lot of stuff, because you banish Rescue Rabbit as part of the effect, so if they ash it, well, thanks, but then you're able to just use the Tenyis in your hand. Next up is 1 Nidhogg Generator Boss of Ice. Nidhogg, it's more interruption, so if you're going first or second, the card's really strong. If they try to Nibiru you, this can banish it, which just ruins people's days. It's a very strong card. And then more going second options. There's a lot of monsters in this deck. Triple copies of the Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere Mode. Yes, you main deck this because it's a good card going against Spiral, and the deck actually has some inherent strengths versing it, and it does well against a lot of decks right now that are not preparing for Sphere modes because they can't anymore. And with it's a very powerful card. It's great going second, and then of course a copy of Dino Wrestler Pankratops. Pankratops is just another going second option. So that's it for the monsters. It's a heavy monster count, but now we're getting into the spells and traps. So, spells, we have triple copies of Vessel of the Dragon Cycle. So this is a Foolish Burial and a Rhoda all in one. So if you control a non-effect monster, when you activate it, it automatically is a Foolish Burial. So you'll Foolish Burial any worm monster from your deck to the graveyard. Cool. Then if you control a non-effect monster, you get to add a Tenyi monster from your deck to your hand. Pretty powerful. It pairs really well with triple copies of Unexpected Die. So this pulls a normal monster straight from your deck, and it makes that card instantly live, without you using any of your Tenyi effects, which can really force people's hands, and it gives you more ash bait. So, Unexpected Die, really nice tech in this choice. One copy of Foolish Burial, because you want more ways to get to your Nidhogg and Graveyard. One copy of Upstart Goblin, thin your deck out. And one copy of Into the Void. This just basically makes it a 38 card deck. That's really all that I care about on it, is thinning the deck out as much as possible. Because you're basically going to summon your whole hand just to break boards and kill your opponent. You're going to go through everything. And everything just kind of extends you forward, so these just help you get to your pieces. And then finally, 2 copies of Fists of the Unrivaled Tenyi. So, while you control a non-effect monster, and I'll read it verbatim because this is a weird counter trap. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated while you control a face-up non-effect monster, you can negate it. If this card is, while it's set, is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you are able to special summon a non-effect monster from your, I believe it's deck or extra deck. No, from your extra deck. So you're able to special summon any, and we have a really fun kind of meme-y choice. Meme-y choice in the extra deck. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into the extra deck here next. So, let me pick it up. Okay. Triple copies of Monk of the Tenyi. This is the most important card of your extra deck because it is a Link 1, it has a down arrow, and it's a vanilla, which is incredibly important. Next up is your 2 copies of Shaman of the Tenyi. So Shaman's actually incredible. So if you use Vessel, what you can do is get to Nidhogg and this. Just because you climb to this, you'll discard a card and you can special summon a worm monster from your graveyard. And it helps you progress game state and gets really good things back. Really powerful cards back from your graveyard. It can work in later game states too with one of the later cards. 1 Draco Masters of the Tenyi, can't be destroyed in battle. 2600 booty, 3 arrows pointing down, which can be really strong. The card's just incredible. 2 copies of Berserker of the Tenyi. This is a big booty 3000 vanilla. I mean, what more can you say? And it's a Tenyi, which is very helpful. 1 copy of Land for Linkus. It's just a vanilla Link 2, which kind of helps out. It gives you just a Link 1, Link 2, and Link 3 now that are all vanillas, which is very helpful. Your OTK push card, Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax, because you can use Berserker as one of them. So it really does help you use your Link 3s and your vanillas more effectively than Boral Sword does. Alright, next is the Exceeds. Abyss Dweller. It's the only one. It's a good card. You have the space. May as well. Next for your Synchros. 2 8s. So Draco Berserker of the Tenyi and Borreload Savage Dragon. This guy you'll make pretty much as often as you can because the card's incredible. Banishes it from the hand. Incredibly strong card. Borreload Savage Dragon just gives you more interruptions. It's a very big body, so you can attach something like any of your Link 3s or 2s to it, and it helps. And then for your side deck, because you can run Mare in the side deck, or you can main it. Cyber's Quantum Dragon, I typically side it. My side deck is not perfect for this deck, so you're not going to get to see that, but Cyber's Quantum Dragon, if you can get into Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax and Quantum, you lock them from attacking, and you have a bunch of damage on board, so that's those 3. And then finally, this is kind of a meme choice, but I wanted a big vanilla in the extra deck to punish people when they hit Fists of the Unrivaled Tenyi. 1 copy of Master of Oz. Wait, hold on. We're going to zoom in on that. Yes, Master of Oz. Look at that big boxing koala. So, that's going to do it, guys. That is my main and extra deck for my Tenyi deck profile here on the channel. This is not a finalized build, and I actually am going to show you a couple of cards you can side out. If you decide you want to play this deck, but you want to add more hand traps or more going second options or what have you, there's actually a few cards you can take out to add either draw cards or draw cards or other cards that you feel are more beneficial. These are the cards, like everything else in the deck is pretty solid, so here are the cards that I would recommend. You could take out Unexpected Die. You could take out this entire engine right here, the Rescue Rabbit engine as well. These cards don't necessarily hurt. They just give you more options going first, which can be the deck's downfall because you can't make huge boards. And this just kind of helps you extend. It gives you 9 cards that really help you utilize your cards a little bit more aggressively. But if you wanted to keep in, let's say, 1 engine, or you wanted to keep in like 1 or 2 of these guys, cut the Rescue Rabbits and cut a Mystery Shell, and you can keep these 5 in, and you could side in 4 Hand Traps, or 2 Twin Twisters, 2 Droll and Lockbirds, or something like that. I mean, if you wanted to keep in some of these just to give you free extension, you can do that. It's kind of up to you. This is just what's been working for me so far, and I really am enjoying this deck. It is super fun to pick boards apart and watch people cry. Especially main decking sphere modes. You get a lot of middle fingers for that. But guys, this has been my Tenyi deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments what you would change in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and of course subscribe. We are growing and growing and growing, and our goal is to get huge by the end of the year. Our goal is 1,000 by the end of the year, so help me get there. I appreciate it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.